I'm like, I gotta get you guys right.
That's love, bro. You gonna sign them after the game?
You want me to?
I do.
Right. Just don't sell them on eBay.
No, hell, come on, girl. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Probably like a couple M's though.
That's crazy.
They were the same price as me.
Oh, okay.
Where's mine? Did it?
These for you.
Yes.
And these for me.
Hey.
And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now
I made
too.
a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love
I
you.
think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're
Look at
the
these.
second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now
These
too.
tonight. Yeah, put yours. That's why I said blue.
They go my fit.
Courtney's gonna make shots from 40 tonight.
Okay, you need to hold it down, bro.
I'm wearing these tonight. Stop playing.
Caitlin Clark just did something that has sneaker resellers working overtime and her own fans losing their minds in the group chats. Her shoe is breaking records after her all-star performance, and right now nobody, and I mean nobody, can get their hands on a pair. Not the fans lining up online at midnight, not even some of her fellow WNBA players who reportedly wanted in on this shoe before it ever hit shelves.
Yo, chat, Caitlyn debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlyn ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did the video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlyn ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping in them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark. And you just came out today. You are on the cover of the 2K27 Deluxe Edition.
And the ones who did manage to snag a pair before the frenzy hit, people are reselling them for thousands of dollars. This is not a small story, and it is not just internet noise either. This is Caitlin Clark, once again, breaking the internet with something that has nothing to do with the box score and everything to do with how much people want a piece of her right now. What makes this whole thing wild is the timing. This did not happen quietly over a slow news week. It happened right after one of the biggest weekends on the WNBA calendar, with cameras on her the entire time, which meant the demand did not build up slowly. It exploded almost overnight.
Girl, Caitlin Clark, is on to something. Now, when I say this woman is on to something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular. And it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are going to save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97 out of 10.
And the ones who did manage to snag a pair before the frenzy hit, people are reselling them for thousands of dollars. This is not a small story, and it is not just internet noise either. This is Caitlin Clark, once again, breaking the internet with something that has nothing to do with the box score and everything to do with how much people want a piece of her right now. What makes this whole thing wild is the timing. This did not happen quietly over a slow news week. It happened right after one of the biggest weekends on the WNBA calendar, with cameras on her the entire time, which meant the demand did not build up slowly. It exploded almost overnight.
But anyways, I woke up at 7 to get into the draw for your shoes with the collab with Kobe 5s. And unfortunately, I was not chosen. So I need some for my daughters so they can start using those shoes too once they can start playing basketball. So, Caitlin Clark, if you're seeing this, can you ship me some shoes, please? I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
And that was not a one-off either. When Nike brought back the Kobe 5 Pro Rookie of the Year colorway, In April 2026, the exact same thing happened again, a 10-minute lottery window on the sneakers app, and the shoes were gone before most fans even got their phone unlocked. 10 minutes. That is barely enough time to microwave a cup of coffee, let alone secure a pair of shoes that thousands of people wanted at the exact same second. StockX listings for that drop started at $233 and climbed as high as $600 within a single afternoon. Same shoe, same story, just a different month on the calendar.
Myself, like, I came out and I was just trying to have fun and enjoy tonight and like play hard and, you know, try to set the tone for my team. And I think the second group came in and like we're like, okay, like we're gonna play like that too then. So I think it was really fun. And, you know, obviously it's a tough turnaround, and the Fever probably have one of the quickest turnarounds. Obviously we played on Wednesday and I'm going home tonight and I'm flying to Seattle tomorrow. So, you know, everybody can complain about their schedule, but at the same time, it's always an honor to put this jersey on and play and compete and be around the best players in the world. And I don't take that lightly.
So when people say nobody can get these shoes, that is not an exaggeration for views. That is the actual pattern every single time Clark's name goes on a box. And what makes this wave of demand even bigger right now is what just happened at the 2026 WNBA All-Star Game. Clark did not coast through that game the way plenty of stars do during exhibition weekends. She scored the first bucket off a steal. She hustled around the backcourt like she had something to prove, and midway through the night, she actually stopped and told ESPN's Holly Rowe on live television that fans paid real money to be in that building, and the players owed them more effort than just walking around. That moment matters more than people give it credit for. That is Clark, in her own words, putting the fans first on a national broadcast in the middle of an event where most players are just trying to avoid getting hurt before.
Coop, Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers. This is going to be the best WNBA All-Star game ever. All right? Ever. And I say that purely based on the play style and playmakers on each team. You realize Caitlin Clark is going to have a playmaker, somebody that can get her the ball, somebody that will allow her to spot up shoot, somebody that will allow her not to have to bring the ball up. Olivia Miles, all right? Now, they may still make Caitlin Clark bring it up to begin with, but when they dump it off to Olivia and let her go, and Caitlin can just sit and do this and catch and shoot, Caitlin will go 47 for 47 in this game, right? Anyways, I'm really excited to see Paige Beckers along with Kelsey Mitchell. I think that is a great...
Clark ended the night with 17
points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and a steal, playing on Team Spoon in a game that finished 129-122 over Team Coop in front of a WNBA All-Star record crowd of 19,783 people. That crowd number matters here, and it deserves a second look. Nearly 20,000 people packed the United Center, and a good chunk of them were there because Clark was on the floor, whether they admit it out loud or not. When a player pulls numbers like that and still finds time to call out her fellow All-Stars for not giving the fans a real show, that says something about where her priorities sit. She was not just playing for stats that night. She was not chasing an MVP trophy or trying to pad a highlight reel for her own brand. She was playing because people paid to watch a real game, and she wanted to deliver one, even if that meant being the one player willing to say the quiet part out loud on live television.
Cool. Like, I probably was never a kid that grew up thinking that this was going to be in the cards for me. Like, I loved, you know, wearing whatever Nike shoe it was growing up. I remember my first pair of Jordans, like pink Jordans that I had. And I remember my very first pink pair of Nike basketball shoes that I also had, just like the very basic model. It wasn't anybody's signature shoe or anything, but for myself to be able to have a signature shoe and, you know, for young boys and young girls to be able to, you know, hopefully want to wear it and be able to put it on and, you know, dream. You don't have to be a basketball player, but dream to achieve whatever you want. And I think that's what I hope people feel when they put the shoe on. And also that's really comfortable and it looks pretty cool too.
And that same mentality, the one
where she thinks about the person in the stands before she thinks about herself, is exactly why this shoe situation has spiraled. The way it has, word started spreading that other WNBA players wanted an on Clark's sneaker before. It even released not because of the design alone, but because everyone in that league has watched what a Clark drop does to demand over and over, drop after drop for 2 years straight now, when your name attached to a shoe can push resale prices past $500 within 24 hours. Of course, teammates and opponents alike start asking if there is any way they can get a pair pulled aside before the general public even gets a shot. Picture being in that locker room, seeing a teammate's shoe sell for triple the price online within a day, and not at least asking the question. It would be strange if players were not curious, honestly. That kind of resale number does not happen by accident, and everyone in that league knows exactly what is driving it.
Went to go see if it's a legit thing, but 10 out of 10, it might be, because Caitlin Clark is a major fan of Kobe Bryant, so she might do her own iteration of the Grinches. And if they do come out, I am going to be the first person in line. And hopefully next year, after these sell out, we get the reverse Grinches. I need that red and green pair, because I already have both of the red and green pair of the Kobe Bryant Grinches. So I need these.
But here is the frustrating part for
actual fans, the people who are not trying to flip a shoe for profit, just trying to wear something they genuinely want. If players inside the league are struggling to get their hands on a pair, imagine being a regular fan sitting at home refreshing the sneakers app on a work break, hoping the timing lines up. The restock strategy has been the same every single time, and it does not seem to be changing anytime soon. A tiny batch drops through a lottery system, it disappears in minutes, and then a slightly bigger restock trickles out weeks or months later through select Footlock locations, still capped, still gone almost instantly. When Clark's Kobe 5 Protro Indiana Fever colorway got restocked in January 2026, the average resale price on StockX was still sitting around $434, more than double what fans would have paid at retail. That is months after the original release, and the price still had not come down. If anything, it barely moved. That is not a shoe drop anymore at that point. That is closer to a lottery ticket, with a sneaker attached to it. Cool too.
But that it kind of gives them a superpower, and they, feel like they can express themselves through the shoe. And I feel like that's kind of what it's been for me so far. Obviously, that's what I'm going to take into wearing my signature. But even when I've worn the Kobe's, like I've been able to express myself through the ones that I've worn, even when I was at Iowa, and then obviously the PEs since I've been here. And then we'll take it to another level with my signature shoe as well.